So the Romans ruled the world, destroyed themselves. Here's the big part. The Roman Empire did not fall by invasion, it fell by disintegration. Disintegration means it fell apart like a piece of cake that just broke up into little pieces. So the Roman Empire fell apart.
Wait a minute.
And what happened was everybody scrambled for power, and the result was many little kingdoms instead of one kingdom, many little kingdoms. Let me give you some of their names: Spaniards, Franco, Belgium, this Roman kingdom, Anglo-Roman kingdom, Pachuca Roman kingdom. We know these kingdoms in English: Franco, France, Belgium, Portugal, Anglo-Spaniard. They're all kingdoms. They are all Romans. They are all Romans. So their psyche, their mentality, ingrained. We were chosen by the gods to rule anybody who don't have our traits. They were chosen by the gods to be our servants and our slaves. But they are not complete divine beings like us. We are superior. So the French and the Spanish, the Portuguese and the British Anglo, call them Anglo, they decided to expand their kingdoms. So they came to Africa, the Caribbean, and we call it colonization. Colonization is the expansion of great leadership philosophy. So going to Africa and bringing slaves over as merchandise was easy. Why? Big nose, big lip, dark skin, busy head, black eyes. I found 1 million servants.
Oh my God.
So they come to the West, they establish their plantations, whether it is Carolina or Florida or Louisiana or the Bahamas or Jamaica or Barbados or St. Kitts or St. Thomas or St. Lucia or Guyana or Mexico. They had their plantations, and they couldn't use the people they met here because they killed them of a disease. And so they went and found some divine slaves chosen by the gods to work the ground. And they brought them over on ships. And the first ones to bring them was the Portuguese. The Portuguese told the British, "We found some people to work the farms." And the British said, "Where you got them from? They follow us." And they went to the west coast of Africa. And then the French found out. The French says, "Oh, let's go get some too." And then the Spanish said, "Oh, let's get some too." And everybody started dashing for divine slaves. Remember, divine means you were chosen by the gods. It's not racism, it's leadership philosophy that is in the psyche of the system. I am here. You are here, some of you, of my pigmentation, and millions of us here in the region, because of a leadership philosophy. That's how important leadership is. If the blind lead the blind, we were being led, and they convinced you. Matter of fact, if you read the writings of the oppressor, they wrote things like this. They read the Bible on you. They said, "Now you must be good slaves." And they gave us Jesus. You wonder why? You know, black Muslims and people like that rose up because they even used Jesus as part of manipulation. You know, Jesus said, "You must be nice slaves. You go to heaven. If you go to heaven, you get robe and shoes." Can't get them now because they giving you nothing, but you get them and get heaven. So the slave in the farm starts saying, "I got a shoe, master. You got a shoe. All of our children got a shoe, but I ain't gonna get mine until I go to heaven. I'll walk all over sea." In other words, you get yours now, master. I get mine and I go to heaven. All of that is brainwashing. Those songs of Easter glory and called Negro spiritual, you need to read the words of those songs. They are strong songs of conversion for your mind to make sure you never rise above. I used to sing at me funny. I was born in a little town called Baintown that was a village of slaves. I'm trying to show you where leadership problems come from. So for 394 years, they ruled these islands, and they made all of us believe you were born to clean my house. You were created to plant my corn. You were sent by God to wash my clothes and cook for my children. And so there we were, stuck in the back foot. Oh, by the way, you ain't got no charisma, so you must be seen and not heard.
Interesting.
You see, that's all. That's part of the system. So you're supposed to work, but no one's supposed to see you. And so the little slave walk around the house cooking. And they're supposed to be around when master got friends see the whole thing. Timid. You're so timid today, and you think you're cool. Timidity was taught. That's why when a man of my pigmentation speaks up, it makes them nervous because you ain't behaving. Some of y'all wonder why they thought Martin Luther King was a problem because he was a black man talking loud. You ain't supposed to talk loud. Stay in your Southern church. Pop church with a stained glass window and shout by yourself. Don't come out here telling us we're wrong. That was the problem. It was a leadership problem.
Don't forget to subscribe.